Well, joining us for the Friday entertainment panel, as always, is Abby St. John. Abby, it's Oscar weekend as we are getting ready for Sunday night's big night, as we are expecting to see a lot of potential frontrunners and obvious winners like Chadwick Boseman and potentially Nomadland to take home Best Picture. And I know, like I said, we know some of the frontrunners already for some categories, but in your mind, who are some potential dark horses or wild cards that could potentially take the awards away from some of those people that, that are the obvious winner?
Yeah, so as we probably know, Chadwick Boseman, I'm sure he will win Best Actor, and the Academy will honor his legacy because, not just with his final work in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but all across the board of his work, he has had such a large range that made him a perfect actor. And so there's no question that he's going to receive Best Actor. I will be shocked, along with every single person watching, if he somehow doesn't win. Dark horses, I'm not really sure if there are any that stand out. Like you said, Nomadland is the front runner for Best Picture, so it will come as a shock if another film does come out as the winner. And Chloe Zhao, I think, will win Best Director just because, you know, Nomadland is that front runner for Best Picture, and so it won't shock me to see if she does win Best Director, which, like I mentioned before, that will be the second time a woman has won Best Director, the first being in 2009 for The Hurt Locker. So I'm really hoping that she can pull out this win, and as well as Nomadland. But it would be nice to see, an unexpected film win Best Picture as well. And for Best Actress, I'm hoping Viola Davis wins. I'm always rooting for her. We saw that during the Globes. Andra Day won Best Actress, so that could possibly also carry over. But if Viola Davis were to win, that would be, I think, incredible, just because she has such a huge legacy like Chadwick Boseman. Her range just goes across the board, so I think she really deserves this win. And then I'm hoping for Soul to win Best Animated Picture because it was a fantastic film, and it was different, and Pixar really brought something new with this film. So that's what I'm kind of hoping comes out of the Oscars this weekend. And I hope there are some surprises, but that's what I'm thinking is going to happen.
And I think for me personally, if I had to pick one, I'd look at Lee Isaac Chung, who did Minari, and Minari could make waves here. We've seen the supporting actress win a lot of awards over the past couple of months, including on the Thursday with the Film Independent Spirit Awards, and of course Chloe Zhao taking a lot of the nominations and wins in that award show. But we will have a recap on Monday's panel. Now moving on to some other news, Abby, I know with Mad Max did such a great job in Mad Max Fury Road a few years ago, lots of success and also lots of Oscar nominations, hence we are talking about the Academy Awards, and they are getting ready next year to do Furiosa, which is the prequel to Mad Max, which of course is based on Charlize Theron's character from that movie, and will star not Charlize Theron, it'll star Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth. But it's not just the fact that it's going to be a prequel for the country of Australia. Of course, that is the setting, but it's just the impact this movie is going to have on the country as a whole. That's mainly the really most important thing in this movie.
Yeah, so this movie is going to be the biggest movie ever made in Australia. It's going to bring in at least $350 million, and it will also be creating 850 new jobs, which, during this time is amazing for the country. So this is going to be a huge film. And like you said, Chris Hemsworth is in the cast, whose part has yet to be revealed. And then also Anya Taylor-Joy will be playing a young Furiosa, who was originally played by the iconic Charlize Theron. So it's going to be interesting to see what this movie brings. The plot has been kept under wraps, so we don't really know what to expect from this film, other than the fact that it will take place over many years, opposed to days like in Mad Max Fury Road. So you're going to see a much bigger timeline than you did in Mad Max Fury Road, but I'm sure that this film will bring just as much excitement as the original did, and it's going to be huge for Australia, having that money come in, and the amount of jobs that people will be able to have during the filming of this movie. It's just going to be huge, and I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the positives to take away from this project as a whole. And one of the last things before we wrap up, Abby, of course, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Soldier wrapped up later in the week here, and as we know from the series, we know kind of what the storyline follows. But I know as the final episode, excuse me, premiered, just the general thoughts of your overall impression, excuse me, of the series as a whole there.
I thought this show was fantastic. It is incredible. The cinematic and like the videography that they did for this show was just phenomenal. Very theatrical. So it seemed like you were watching mini movies throughout the entire series. It was a total of 6 hours worth of content, opposed to maybe a 2.5 hour movie. So it gave us so much more content and so many more fight scenes and plots, and they really developed both Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes, their characters. As we saw in the 3 Captain America movies, their storyline was introduced and we were given some information on their background, but the show really dove in to their characters and their character arcs and how they went throughout in the comic books. So it was amazing to see, the conflict between there being a black Captain America with Sam, and then the mental health aspect with Bucky, him going through, living without Steve, having to go through therapy, having to deal with his past as the Winter Soldier. So this show went above and beyond, different from WandaVision, completely different, but still fantastic. And, the show really wrapped up perfectly, but it also set up for a second season if they choose to go down that road, which I'm really hoping that they do, because they can do so much more with both storylines. So I'm very excited to see if they do come out with a second season, because this show was just incredible.
Yeah, and we'll see, of course, how it carries over into potential future films as well. Abby St. John, thank you so much.
Thank you.